Hey friends, welcome to my channel. So this video series is all about RPA using UiPath. So the target audience of this video is basically who are new to RPA and they wanted to make their career in UiPath. And for those who already started working on the UiPath but they want to enhance their knowledge on this particular tool. So I will be teaching taking you taking you to the contents of this video series how I have designed it. First, we'll start from the basics, introduction to that particular tool. Then we'll go move on the slowly to the advanced topic, and at the last, I will tell you the industry best practices, how the industry, if you want to design a workflow for an industry, how exactly you can do with a particular perfect example. So, the obvious question here is, what is RPA? RPA is called robotic process automation. This is the industry standard name, but but I say automation of processes by robotics. See, why I reversed it in this way, because uh, basically these tools help us to automate most of the processes nowadays in the industry. And talking about the robotics, there is no relation between the real world robot we know in the industry. The particular word, the exact word for this is bots. Bots is basically a small program which helps to run the business processes. So the obvious question here is, what is the advantage? Because everything, whatever we can do, RPA, most of the things we can do it at traditional automation. So what is the advantage of RPA over the traditional RPA? See, there are three ways we can do any task in the industry. First is manual processing, which involves a human being who and suppose take example of a human being wants to order something in the back office. They will go to the website, they will enter the form details and submit it. Even again, if they wanted to update the same system to their internal system which is not integrated with the external system, what they will do, they will input the same data from this system to that system. Suppose in the applications also, suppose every time they have to copy the details from the CRM tool if it is not integrated with their internal to for auditing or monitoring the customer. By scripting, it's so wholly on writing the script or writing the automation script using any languages, other language programming languages. So this is mostly inclined to the developers. So you need coders for this to code it. But in case of RPA, it's a simple way to develop any work process. Take an example of a back office person who wants to automate some of the process, but they don't have any coding language. In that case, RPA will come into the rescue. So, advantage of RPA: better manage of repeatable tasks. See, RPA science really when there is a repeatable task and a intelligence involved involved. Uh, that's less error, because less human being involved, so less error we will get. Improve our standardization. See, take an example of an employee who works for a particular process for a longer period of time. Suddenly, he has to move from one organization to another or within the organization, but for a different process. In that case, what the organization will do? They will bring a different another person from different they have to either hire a new person or they have to bring a human being from another process to this process. So as the person is new, industry organization has to train that particular person for that particular process, even though the training takes for a couple of days to couple of months. When the new person will start working, it will take couple of days to come into the speed, as the whole process is new for him. So in that case, the first thing is the process will be slow, so the delivery will be very slow. But um, mm, take another example in the e-commerce industry. When there is a peak season, during the peak season they get many orders which is not useful for them. So So to meet the expectation of the customer or to meet the expectation of the demand, what they will do, they will hire more seasonal employee. Again, they have to train couple of days, and they have to onboard for a particular period of time. But the problem is here. Thus, the efficiency will not be there because every almost the seasonal employee are new as new, and there is no way to monitor their performance, how exactly they are performing. So I guess deploying more robots or bots or implementing RPA is more beneficial than hiring a new employee. That is the easier to instead of like suppose today we are running with 200 bots. Tomorrow in the when there is a seasonal season, then you can go to 400 robots within no time. Better integration with other tools. If you see in today's industry, their emails communication happens there, CRM systems, finance system, and their customer raise request via multiple medias, via phone, via email, via chatbots. So there are many ways and many systems in the industry which need to be interacted with each other. But if integrating all the system is not that easy, or in certain cases, if if the any tool, if you want to, if the organization gets some tool details from the government side, and the government is not all ready to integrate systems into to our system, industry system. In that case, what the organization will, they have to copy the details, or they have to copy the details from the government side to their local system. So how it is exactly done nowadays, it's basically most of the human beings, they do these things. They will go to that tool, they will copy the details and put it in their internal system. Suppose there is a new employee on board. Okay, in that case, so then they have to collect. So the as an employee, when you join the organization, everybody has to fill their documentation. Then some person will be there who will take this document forms, and they will upload those details to the finance system, that CRM system. If those systems are not integrated, so systems. If you are talking about the emails and phone, suppose the customer orders something in the phone or email, so then then the agent has to enter the details in the one system, and that system, one system to other system, by jumping from one tool to another. So it is not a efficient way. It's a time consuming, and the employee or the as the employee will be in hurry, there is a chance of error also. So RPA really shines here also. So speed up workflow. You can imagine a human a human doing a work is by step one, two, three. Suppose there are four steps, and how the bots will do that work. It will be very fast, really. Believe me. If you compare this RPA with cognitive technologies like AI and machine learning, in that case, you cannot imagine what is the power of RPA there. Going forward, I'll in the future tutorials, I'll make you one video on that, how to do that. So use cases. These are many. There are a couple of use cases from many I collected. The first, if you go to the banks. Okay, so let me give you an example. In an instance, there is a bank in the US who have migrated their front office work from a human to the bots. What they notice, they creating an account for a customer, it used to take them 14 days, 14 working days to create that account. But after implementing that, they can do it by 14 minutes. By this, they are increasing saving the cost. Okay, and the customer satisfaction is more, so they can get more customers on that, and the process will be very fast. There are many, if you can go through in the let me go through that insurance industry. The insurance is a vast topic. Anyway, I will show you. I will take an example of a logistic example. These things I will cover it in a separate video where I will give you the complete use cases, and we will develop this a typical use case I took, transportation use case I took for the transportation logistic industry. So in the booking office, how exactly it happens? First, the customer books a slot by calling to the customer booking office, or by sending an email, or by doing the chat. chat. Then the clerk will send those requests to another clerk, which can go ahead and update the details in the website, on their central website. That details will go to the dispatch department, and the dispatch will go to the customer. They will get all those things whatever the customer has to ship, and they will hand over a email to them. This is one scenario. And the another interesting, everything whatever they do, that will be going to a central booking server. And if the customer want to track it, then in that case they can go ahead and they can put the waybill number, and they can book it, or the customer can book it, by can check it by the booking request also. They can see the account details, they can do the status of how exactly it happens, and the flow of their particular things, how they when they are expected to reach to the destination place. This is one scenario. If we are talking about the corporate office, in the corporate office, when the new employees join, the manager has to send a request mm, to the website, to the admin, who will create this account for that particular employee. Apart from that, if they have a transportation department, right, if they are providing any vehicles for them, so in that case they have to send the request to the transportation department. They have to update the vehicle details with the employee details, so they can the staff can get the vehicle next time. So these things are also goes to the same booking system server. Apart from that, when in the delivery office, there is the last destination of your uh, transportation, like whatever things you transported. So in the delivery was office, it when the vehicle dispatch vehicle reached to the reached there, they generally submit them, update their details to the clerk. So to the clerks, and the clerk happened to update everything in details in the booking system server. And um, and uh, and and this particular, when this particular vehicle, or when the customer get his order delivered, in that case they have to submit this um, way bill copy to the clerk. So exactly this how the industry, transportation industry, or mm, it happens. So for now, this much. In the next video I will take you through the basic introduction, how you can download the video sorry, how you can download the UiPath from website, how to configure it, and basic introduction, and how to develop the workflows. So thanks for watching this video. Bye bye.